Welcome back to the Polaris Podcast. Now, we've taken your feedback from this was technically last week's podcast, but we're recording this the next day. So from yesterday's podcast, and voila, body language to the camera. We are getting 2 other cameras set up as we speak, but it's turning out to be a bit more of a challenge than first thought. But this will do for now. You can see our body language and we're talking to the camera, which is good. So welcome back, Tahi, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good. Had a big day at work today.
Sweet. Do you want to talk about it?
Oh, no, it was all right. It was good.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Had a pretty productive afternoon with the old Keeble and yourself.
Yeah.
It's been good.
That was a slap in the face.
Yeah.
In a good way. In a very good way. Ever since we introduced you yesterday to Polaris, and now it's just like, all right, Tahi's just grabbing Polaris by the fucking dick, and we're just going to
my business now, bitches.
Yeah. Jacob, get out. Copy that. We're going to take it to the moon apparently. So stay tuned. I can't.
Big things coming.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about it because.
Can't let it
I still can't get over what we're playing.
What we got planned will probably be the first thing that's happened in this space, I reckon. So.
Well, yeah, definitely. I think. Nowhere in Newcastle would have that.
No, well, I haven't heard anywhere else.
See your face.
I can't see you either.
There it is. Yeah, like there's nowhere in Newcastle that would have that. I'm just trying to think. There'll be Newcastle where they would have like the sanctuary that I own. Like there's that, but what we're incorporating into it, like it's just going to be completely different to that.
Yeah,
so
it's going
to be insane. It's going to be insane. And like we were saying. What did we call the shed? What did we call it yesterday?
The growth chamber.
The growth chamber. Yeah, like we said in the growth chamber, whatever we say is got to be actualized. So
taking action on everything.
Yeah. So that's knowing us. Like we're saying, it could be ready by next year. It's probably going to be ready in like
a week. I've already made phone calls.
It's going to be like 2 weeks. We're going to have this big announcement. Yeah. But anyway, that's going to be fucking exciting. But anyway, mate, I'm going to hand it over to Mr. Producer over here. We're going to come up with a jingle like a producer soundtrack to have up on here. Got to come up with something.
We'll come up with something.
We might have to do like a rap jingle or something.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at rapping. If you know me,
all right,
you know.
All right, let's kick it off. We'll get the music on. All right, what do we got in there, Sunshine?
Right, so we're just going to do a little mental health check-in. Check in on yourself. How you going?
I am doing very, very well, actually. The last couple of weeks has been, fucking whirlwind, to be honest. But it's been really, really good. We've got a few things starting in what's today? Friday, just over a week's time now. So we've got the new intake of the shift starting in just over a week's time. So busy finalizing that and getting everything ready for that. And then we've got the Kings, which you're a part of, which is going to be our 9-month leadership program, which begins in just over a week's time.
Yep.
I go away to Byron in 2 days' time for Lauren's 30th. Happy birthday, babe.
Happy birthday.
And and what else did I have? There's something else that's coming up. Oh yeah, going down to the mountains in a week's time as well. Going to go for a bow hunting adventure, which is going to be sick. So going to take Jason with us. Jason's going to take me.
Yeah.
Take me through the ropes. It's going to be my first hunt, which is going to be
exciting.
Sick. But mental health check-in wise, doing very well, mate.
That's good.
Yeah, it's been a roller coaster for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always make sure to check in with myself, especially, this goes to you guys as well, especially at the end of a Friday. I always check in with myself, and this is good time that we're filming this today. So, thanks for asking, mate. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good. Had a bit of a slow start to the morning. I didn't feel very, very good, just a bit flat.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just knew something. I just wasn't being honest with myself with something, and just kept it in. But then, started speaking about what I was feeling and got over it. Yeah, now I'm flying.
All of a sudden, you've just planned
I've just planned everyone's futures.
A shit ton of stuff.
Yeah, help Keys with his stuff.
Yeah, Keys has got a new model structure from Tahi, and
yeah.
Tahi's introduced this new thing for Polaris, which is going to be
pretty big. Yeah,
insane. So yeah, fuck, crazy how your day can turn around once you.
I know, you just got to
start
change
to
your
accept
mindset.
today.
I changed the little thing I did was change my environment. So I wasn't feeling good, and I knew I had to do something. So yeah. Actually, had an early day from work. Sent the boys home nice and early, and everyone left in a pretty high mood. So it was good.
Fuck yeah! Good to know.
Yeah,
hell yeah! Good to, and also go for you guys. Check in for yourself.
Yeah,
check in with you, and don't just like be like, yeah, no, I'm all good. Like, if there's something there.
Yeah.
Like, and yeah, you might not know what it is, but you know something is there. So yeah, if it's something that you haven't really either wanted to face, or you felt like it just wasn't important enough, or you felt like, it'll go away. Yeah, as we both know, it doesn't go away.
Yeah,
and it's just going to come back in a different shape or form, or it's going to just culminate and just brew into something even bigger than what it currently is.
Yeah.
So have a look, have a check-in with yourself, Friday check-ins, and yeah, it's something that we're going to do on the podcast. Very first thing, we're going to check in with each other
every week,
introducing it to you guys and making sure that you're doing the same thing.
Yep. Another little thing I like to do, I've just started doing it last week, is go through a win of the week and a loss of the week.
Cool. Fuck yeah.
So little thing for yourself to do at home if you want to appreciate a moment. Just think of a win and a loss and how you got through the week. So something to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
win and loss. Yeah,
it's a good little one.
Yeah, 100%.
But what do you got for, what's your plans for the weekend?
Well, we were supposed to have Keeves' archery event
yes,
tomorrow, but anyone in Newcastle, and if anyone can see out this window, it's fucking
shit weather,
about to piss down. So we've had to postpone that until probably a couple of weeks' time.
Yep.
So I was going to that tomorrow. I'm sure you were doing the same.
Yep.
But yeah, tomorrow is going to probably be tidy house, pack bags, and then hit the road on early morning on Sunday morning to head up to Byron.
Yep.
Yeah, not going to be much. Oh, watch the bunnies tonight.
Yeah, yuck.
Yeah, up the boys. Haters gonna hate, baby. Watch who are they versus the Roosters tonight. That's gonna be a sick game. Yeah. I think. Do you reckon both teams are gonna play a full field team?
I don't think so.
It's not gonna change anything, does it? Like we both can't get a home semi.
I think it's most games this week are like fourth and fifth versus each other. Like
last night that was a big game.
Yeah.
Para got up, which is very fucking surprising the way that they did.
Yep.
They fucking flogged them. I don't think bunnies and roosters can. I swear that doesn't change anything.
I don't think it does.
Because top four is the only thing that you get. Yeah. So it's not going to... Oh, actually, no. In saying that, doesn't 5th to 8th, 5, 6, 7, 8, doesn't... If you come 5th or 6th, don't you get a home semi?
Look, I got no idea.
Well, you're the footy guy.
I play football. Doesn't mean I actually like it.
Oh.
Well, I do.
Truth bombs coming out. Hear that, guys? He's not a football fan.
No, not at the moment. I'm a Knights fan, so I'm fucking...
okay. All right. I get it. I get it. All right. I get it.
They're not very good.
You just... Yeah. So. Actually, I'm not going to say that.
For the last few years. So.
It is. And every season, the Knights start, and I'm like, this is the year.
Look, the best thing that's happened for the Knights this year is Kalen Ponga got a golden plaque put up in the toilet.
That was so good.
Probably the best thing that's happened.
That was so good. Shout out, Kalen. Come on the show.
Yeah.
Fuck, that was so good. Yeah. But like that every start of the year, and like the funny thing is, every 2-3 games to start with, Knights kill it.
Yep.
Like remember the start of this year, the very first 2 games, Knights were on fire, and then after that it's just
downhill.
But yeah, Bunny's gonna win it. I'm throwing it out there. You can mark this right now. What's today's date? The 3rd or 4th of September, whatever it is, 3rd of September. Bunny's are gonna win it. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is the 2nd. Yeah, because Lauren's birthday's on Monday.
Once again, forgot a big moment.
Sorry, babe.
You're good at
that. Yeah, Bunnies will win, I reckon. Probably lose in the fucking semi. Anyway, we're going off topic. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do tonight.
Sounds good.
Cool. What are you up to, mate? I know you're going to go catch up with a few of the boys.
Yeah, I'm actually catching up with one of my mates, Brad. He came down from the Gold Coast. Haven't seen him in probably like 2 years, I think.
Fuck yeah.
And he was the one that actually introduced me to you. So
yeah, shout out Brad.
Yeah,
I remember.
Big ups to Brad.
I remember that phone call.
Yeah.
You were like, nah, not doing it.
Yeah.
And then 6 months later, universe is just like, get your ass here.
Yeah. So catching up with him and a couple other mates tonight that I haven't seen in a pretty long time.
What's the plan? What's the vibe?
I think we're going to Wico pub. I think.
Yeah, but that's what
I don't even know what it's called. I think it's Wico. Wico something.
I don't know. I was in the pub scene ages ago. I can't remember now.
Yeah. So doing that, and then tomorrow we're meant to have Keys' event on, but it's been postponed. I think probably just hang out with my partner tomorrow. Hang out with her.
Shout out Shana.
She's got.
I know you're watching.
This is actually a good time if she actually does watch. So shout out to Shana.
Hello. Bonjour.
Yeah, she's got a thing on tomorrow night, so I'll probably just be chilling by myself, hanging out. I know the flights are on this weekend, so me and my mate are going to catch up and
who's flying this weekend?
To Ivasa.
UFC Sunday. Isn't there a big boxing fight this weekend as well? Isn't it Chris Eubank's son and someone else?
I think that's on too.
Big weekend. Cool.
But other than that, Sunday just probably I might even do a ride tomorrow in the morning, depending on the weather.
Copy that.
So
Well, yeah, that'd probably be a good idea. Get used to the wet weather.
Yeah. Well, October, hopefully it's sunny and hot and I'm fucking sweating my ass off. But yeah, other than that, nothing really too crazy. Just probably chill out, have a quiet weekend. Had a pretty big week at work, so yeah.
Cool. Fuck yeah. Cruising.
Yeah. So what else are we going to do? The shift. So that's coming up. Starting this week or next week?
Next week. Or it technically starts this week. We've got pre-learning this week, and then following week kickoff.
Yep.
2 or 9 calls per week starts that week. So yeah, guys will get added into the Facebook group on Monday. Monday coming. Well, actually, no, hang on. This podcast goes out. So yeah, they've already done their pre-learning.
Yep.
Technically, and then next Monday they get kicking off. So
exciting times.
yeah, fuck, it's gonna be sick, man. Yeah, it's gonna be really cool.
A couple of men there, I know. So it's gonna be nice to see how far they progress from what they're not bad people at all at the moment, but what they are and what they're trying to become is gonna be good to watch. So
yeah, it's always interesting having new shift come in because it's going to be obviously new content, but also it's like a culmination of what I've gone through since the last shift has finished.
Yeah,
which has been a fuck ton.
Yeah, it's been a lot.
Yeah, so now it's like introducing all of that into these guys. It's always just like a growth of journey for them and also me. It's really cool. So got 5 guys, not the burgers, but we've actually got 5 guys in the group, which is the biggest one that I've done in a while, in a long while. So
that's good.
Yeah, it's gonna be really, really cool. So shout out to you guys. I know you're watching this as well. I've had messages off 3 of you saying you're shitting your pants, which is good.
I've had one of my mates, Alex. He how long has he been? Probably nearly 2 months, maybe.
Yeah, a couple of months. Yeah.
Yeah, and he he's dying to get involved. He's also pretty scared and nervous. But I've just said to him, and just like the whole idea of all this, you just got to be open to it, and just surrender to all of it. And that's how you're gonna. Well, if you put 100% in, you're gonna get 100% out.
That's my biggest saying. Yeah. Exactly right. Give me 100%, you get 100% back. And
exactly.
If like the way that it's set up, it's like if you give yourself 100% to this, you're going to get 100% back. But it all comes back down to commitment, which I know we're going to touch on later.
Yep.
If you fully commit to this, and then you can sit at the end of the program, which it goes for 10 weeks, and you can sit after the 10 weeks and be like, you know what? I actually fucking gave this 100%. Yep. And you can look at that and go, similar to what you've done. You're like, yeah, cool. Maybe the first couple of weeks of the shift, didn't give it 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
Towards the back end of it, gave it 100%. And you can see the difference. Yeah, you can see the polarity, right? Yep. So, it's all on these guys, and they will get out what they want to get out of it. So, really, really fucking excited for this new intake. And on top of that, with King starting as well, it's like I'm just going to have to fucking bring my not even my A game. A game's not even going to cut it.
A+.
A+. And I'm actually in the headspace of bringing more than A game. Like I've changed my environment. I've changed it once again. Like bringing you on, got Jason Bourne Keys with us. Like it's just like culminated into this like fucking. Doesn't even feel like we're on a journey. It feels like we're going into the stratosphere at the moment. Like amount of
especially
stuff.
with the conversations this afternoon.
Fucking hype me up.
Yeah, big time.
Fucking hype me up. But Polaris is just going to be heading off into like a completely different journey. I was saying to Lauren there last night, like 8 months ago, I was still the general fatherhood.
When I started, that's what it was, and then it changed. It changed. Well, I think second or third week in.
Yeah. Like because I hired you guys, and I was just like, oh, this name just does not sit right with me anymore. Like when I first started the business, it was just aimed at fathers, right? That's why I was doing it. So I was just like, oh, cool, yeah, that suits perfectly. But now guys are like, oh, do you just do fathers or da da da?
That's what when I saw it too, I was thinking the same thing, and I was. Just as the week I was going to ask you, like, why is it called the fatherhood? Yeah, you changed it to Polaris, and I was like, okay.
Yeah. Good old meditation's coming through again.
Yeah.
Getting to see this. Yeah. The funny thing is, I haven't told anyone about this. I had that meditation, and then I went on to, do you know how you get daily mixes on your Spotify?
Yep.
And you got like Apple CarPlay, and you see like the album cover on your Apple CarPlay.
Yep.
I went into my daily mix 1 or 2 or whatever it was the day after I chose Polaris. The album Polaris. Come on, the very first song. Yeah. I was just like, all right. I see you. Yeah. I see you. All right. But yeah, so King starting, shift starting. 4 guys in Kings, and then there's 5 guys in the shift. So those 9 guys over the next 3 months is my
very busy
my main priority. Yep. Nothing else. And obviously, growing Polaris on the side, and obviously everything like that. But like once the shift starts, it's like
it's a different beast.
Yeah, it's a fucking different beast. And it's like I put the blinkers on, and like nothing else will faze me. Yeah. Like people will message me on social media like, hey, how are you? Yada yada yada. Like, no, that's
to the side.
To the side for now. Like,
and I will say that you do see in the first couple of weeks you don't really, you're just kind of paying attention to see what's going on, but until things start happening and you see, like, probably in a month in, I started seeing with you, like, you just committed so much to us. Like, I was literally messaging you at any time and you were there straight away. So like, even now, when sometimes you might people might send a message that are doing work with you, might not get back to them straight away, but those guys that are in that group, and you're giving them 100%. So and it's good to see that too. Like, it's nice to have that support from you. It's not just like you're giving you your money and this, you only get to speak to him these times. It's like the whole 3 months you get the whole attention. So
well, that's the way that I'm marketing the business. It's like, I want to be more than what a therapist is. Like, you know, therapy's good. I've always said therapy has its place in society, but I don't want to be a therapist. I'm not claiming to be a therapist. I'm more than a therapist, and my evidence that I'm giving is speaking volumes of that. So, and also, like, there comes a line as well. Like, and I've had to establish this with myself. It's like, I can't put everything into the business, because then all of a sudden, you know, family life and everything like that just gets pushed to the side. So there's a fine line, but 100%. And everyone will see week 4 that this is for you guys an insight. Week 4 is when shit fucking hits the fan.
That's what popped off for me. So
man, like, there's one specific call. It's just like waterworks. Yeah. So that's when it all kicks off. So everyone watching that's going to be doing the shift, week 4, get ready. Get fucking ready for that.
Fucking tissues ready.
Oh man! And do you know the one that we did?
Yeah.
This next one's like,
I know. Every time that you do something with you, like, I've done a few reconnections now. Every time I do it, I just think, oh, this is probably gonna be the same thing. But every time it's something fucking different, and I get a different experience every time. So it's it's interesting to see.
This one's on crack. I and like, the only reason I say that is because I experience it myself. Like, I put myself through these same things. I just allow my unconscious mind to, you know, take me to a place or communicate with me, or if I ask myself a question, what's going to come from it? And I get to experience it, and I'm like, all right, cool. I've experienced it now, so I know what it's like. So if I can deliver that same amount to these guys, it's going to hit fucking home.
Yep,
but that's the next 3 months. What is it now? September, October, November. Yeah, December. December will be a bit more of a calm. The only thing I'll have on will be Kings.
We also got the ride
on October.
October,
So the back end of the year is just going to be
massive,
fucking massive, and especially what we were just talking about before, like actualizing all of that as well. It's just going to be fucking insane. So
All right. Well, before we get into the content, I've got a little random fact.
Here we go.
Yeah. So.
Oh fuck! All right, you've G'd me up for this, and you didn't want to say it before the podcast, so I'm going to be very interested in this.
So the Eiffel Tower can be 15 centimeters taller in summer. So for all you short kings out there, if you want to get a little bit higher, go out in the sun in summer and get that little bit of extra growth, you know?
Yeah.
Everyone likes a little bit of extra growth. So,
by the way, we are not claiming this is to be facts, all right? This is Tahi speaking.
This is a fact.
Polaris does not claim any of this to be fact. Just putting that on record. All right, keep going.
We do. That's the fact. That's all I have.
So short kings, get out in summer. Get out there and
get a bit of extra growth.
Yeah. So what you're saying? This weather out here right now, they're like
probably going to shrink. To be honest, probably going to get small. So probably stay inside. Stay in your little dungeons.
Wow. Shots fired. Shots fired. I should play a sound effect after that. I don't know what sound effect is. Fuck, I will show you these sound effects in a second. They're fucking hilarious. But okay. Short king, stay inside when it's pissing down rain. And when it's out in summer, come out like little ants like you are and just...
be those little sunflowers that you are. You know? Look at each other and...
Fuck me. All right, cool. That's a cool... All right, random fact. Bang. I've got a good one. This will...
Don't fucking say it.
I have to.
It fucked me up last time.
I know. I have to. This is off good old TikTok. Thank you, TikTok. Said this at our last event. In Melbourne.
It still fucked me up to this moment. I tell everyone at work, I'm like, you know, this, and that's not a fact. And I was like, look at that, and I guarantee you know.
Yep.
Tell.
Yep. So the an insane fact is since your tongue is one of the first senses that you use when you're born, you have like this uncanny, insane ability. Everyone has it, where you are able to tell what every surface would feel like on your tongue, even though you've never licked it before. So look at like any surface around you right now. So like, for example, if we're looking at this cow pelt right now, you know what that feels like. You know what this wall would feel like. You know what that camera lens would feel like. This microphone, if we lick that, don't do that. But
I've already licked it in my head, so I already know what it feels like.
You know what it feels like. So do it at home. That's a mind bender.
Yeah, it really gets you going.
Yeah. That's when I first heard it, I had to pause the TikTok, which is not something I do regularly.
I nearly crashed a car when we drove to Melbourne. So.
So there's our 2 little fun facts. Short kings stay inside when it's raining, and if you don't know what anything feels like on your tongue, just look at it, you'll know.
Yeah. All right. So
short kings stay inside. Sorry guys.
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
I'm actually not sorry.
Yeah. Sorry. We're gonna cop flack for that.
So today's topic is men committing to themselves. So I know this has been a big one for myself. So a lot of people probably think commitment to a partner, and they just think, yes, I'm a committed person. But until you actually break it down and realize what you're not committing to yourself, I think that's a big one.
Yeah. Commitment's it's like holding yourself accountable, obviously. But a lot of guys think that they're committing to themselves 100%, but if they really look deep within, it's like they're doing like 99%.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, cool. Like you're following through with your word. You're doing this. You're saying that you're going to do something. You do this, and da. But I guarantee there's something that you're either not willing to look at, or there's something that you've just pushed down so far you don't even know that's fucking there anymore.
Yeah.
And it's like, once we fully commit to ourselves 100%, that's where the results will start to come for. Yeah. Like, I see it time and time again when I take guys through the shift. It's like they will give me like 60%, then 70%, then 80%, and you see the results and you're like, cool. But then when they get to the 100%, they're like, holy fuck.
Yeah, why didn't I do this sooner?
Why didn't I do this sooner? Holy shit, this works. What the fuck is this? You're a wizard. All of this stuff, just because.
You're God, pretty much.
Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah. Oh, thank you.
I've been saying it for a while now.
Yeah, I'll take it. Don't feed my ego any more than it needs to be. But yeah, commitment is one of, if not the only, most powerful pieces a guy can fucking hold to themselves. Because, like you said, we think commitment to our partners, but it's like, if you're not fully committing to yourself, you're not going to commit to your partner.
No.
So like, a lot of people get it misconstrued where they're like, oh, I need to fix my relationship. I need to do this better. I need to do that better.
Another one too is the gym. So people think committing to the gym, it is good, but the commitment is to the inner self, I feel.
100%.
If you're doing all the inner work, you're going to, like, the exterior stuff will come.
Yeah, exactly right. Like, a lot of people are focusing on the external world to either commit to, change, whatever it is. But if you're not focusing on what's in here, all of this out here isn't going to be changing at all. Like, it might superficially change, like change on the surface, and you're like, oh, cool, like it looks like it's changed, and fuck yeah, everything looks like it's going well. But if you really look at it deep within, things aren't going well. You're maybe wanting to change, but you've changed into this guy that just fits in with people.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're fitting in with the crowd where they're just doing rack, getting on the beers, yada yada yada.
And that was me. That's what I was. That after end of a relationship, I went into that. I went to changed my whole body. Looked so, like, got pretty ripped and stuff, and felt really good on the outside, but the inside was not doing good at all. And yeah, it wasn't until I started doing this is when I didn't even care about what I looked like on the outside. It was all about how I'm feeling on the inside.
Exactly.
I feel exactly how I want to feel.
Yeah.
I feel fucking amazing.
Yeah, and put a disclaimer in there, like, go do rack. Get after it. If you want to do it, get after it. I'm not going to say don't do it. That's completely up to you. But if you are feeling like, oh yeah, I'm changing into a guy that I want to be, but not who you truly are, there's a massive difference with it. So yeah, like if you're getting caught up in a crowd where you're like, oh, they like me, so I'm going to like myself now. Yeah. Red flag.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, if you're noticing yourself doing something just to please others, or if you're trying to get feedback from someone where you're like, oh, cool, like I don't really want to look at what's going on within here. So if I tell them this and, I'm feeding them and I'm like, cool, they're going to be happy now. Yeah. Cool. So you're committing to them. You're not committing to yourself.
No.
Right? Like, massive difference in between this. So guys, we need to become aware that commitment, yes, obviously is committing externally. There's obviously massive commitments that we can do externally, but if we're not looking within to commit to ourselves, like it's going to change for a little bit. Out here is going to change a little bit.
Yeah.
but it's going to come tumbling down. Like
Yeah.
I see it time and time again where guys are like, nah, fuck this bitch. I'm going to go get another girl. Right? No, fuck her. She's done me wrong. I'm going to go get another girl. Right. And I'm just going to keep fucking and fucking and fucking. But when the girl leaves, when that girl leaves, you've just been committing to her for the past 2 hours. But then when she leaves, you're like,
what am I doing?
Fuck.
I need another one. Something.
Yeah, I need to call someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to be consistently talking to someone, and I'm running away from sitting still to the point where your body doesn't even know what sitting still would be like.
Yeah.
Yeah, like meditating, and that's where guys are like, oh, meditation doesn't work.
It's fucking gay.
Yeah.
I keep getting it.
Yeah,
all the time.
that's another thing that we can talk about in another episode. But
yeah,
like it's not necessarily about the meditation. Yeah, meditation's fucking work, of course. But the guys that I'm working with, it's just about sitting still.
Yeah, it's all about sitting still.
Like sitting still, because then you're not running from what's going on within.
Yeah.
Like that's the sole mission right now, is to get you sitting still and be okay with being alone and sitting still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like actually think about it. And this goes for me as well. I'll put my hands up. When was the last time that you actually, besides meditating, just sat still without a screen, without any distractions, and you just sat?
No, not in a while.
I haven't done that in fucking, besides meditating, couldn't even tell you.
Yeah.
Same probably goes for you guys. So the commitment piece is always going to be, are you committing to yourself 100%? Not just 99%, not just like, telling yourself that you're doing the 100%, but deep down you're not. What's the commitment levels truly like? And once you really start to assess it and just peel those the layers back like an onion, and you really become raw and authentic, and you're like, all right, cool, this is who I truly am. Yeah, then you can commit to yourself. No bullshit. You're not trying to hide anything. You're not trying to say anything just to please anyone. You're actually showing the world who you are 100%. And I think that's how you get to those levels of commitment, is just like peeling those layers back until there's no layers left. And you're like, you know what? This is me. Yeah, like there's so many things that we can keep peeling back. And I'll put my hand up. Of course, there's still things I can peel back that I haven't wanted to face. Yeah, and that's my own journey. And I'm facing them, but consistently peeling those layers back till it gets to a point where you're just like, yep,
this is me.
This is it.
Yep.
I got nothing to hide. I don't give a fuck what you think. I don't give a fuck if you think like this. Yep, this is me.
Yep.
And when it gets to that point, it's like, all right, cool. Now we can start to commit to who you want to be, not who someone else wants to be.
Yep.
So, and you've seen the evidence of what happens when you commit to yourself 100%.
Oh, big time. I've seen it. Yeah, I wasn't committing to myself at all.
Yeah.
Where I thought I was.
Like, would you think 3-4 months ago, or nearly 6 months ago that we started talking together, that you'd be in this position that you're in right now?
Definitely not. No.
Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
What
6 months ago, for a very long time, for about, I don't know, since I was a kid, probably, I always didn't know who I was, didn't know what I wanted to do in life. I honestly felt like I was just, walking around this place, just not knowing what's going on. And then now, like, I know exactly who I am and what I want to be. And
what do you reckon specifically changed that? Like, what was the thing that allowed you to be like, all right, cool, now I see? Doesn't have to be not what I taught you or anything, but what happened within you that was like, yep, now I know.
So this was probably a couple, 3-4 years ago, maybe. I was on a bit of a bender, and I was sitting around a table with two of my best mates, Liam and Hayden, and we were sitting around talking, and I've never opened up to them, and I've never heard them open up, and then they just started talking, and then it was just like, holy fuck, I'm not the only person going through something. And then hearing them speak, literally the next day I booked myself into a therapist, and started doing that, and it was nice to talk to them when you're there, but then when I was coming home, I was like, nothing's happening. And then for a couple of years after that, I was just, always searching something, trying to find something. And then I think, it was COVID, and I was just sitting around, and I was just like, fuck it. I tried that 75-day challenge, and I was like, oh, this is working. And then I was like, no, I'm still not feeling it. And then, I saw Brad post something, and I was watching his socials, and I could see he used to be a fucking little rat bag growing up. So, and seeing him change, I was like, fuck, if he can do it, I can do it. And then I think you called me once, and I got off the phone, and you messaged me, and you're like, so you in? And I was like, I'm fucking in. And then ever since that, I haven't looked back. Give everything me 100%, and committed to myself. Took ownership on things as well. So it was probably that moment 4 years ago, sitting on a bender at fucking 4 a.m. in the morning, looking at a hot plate, fucking thinking, what am I doing? So
all been there.
Yeah,
all been there. Fuck. Would have been about 4 or 5 years ago. I would have been experiencing the same thing.
Yeah,
massively. Yeah, like when that sunrise is coming up, and you're just like.
And that's the thing too, like you do all that shit too, and you just, I don't know, you get in this mind frame where you open up. So now I can do that opening up without even doing that shit.
Yeah.
I feel comfortable within myself.
Yeah.
So I have that commitment to myself now to be able to speak up, speak my mind.
Yeah.
Be in touch with my emotion and not have to be off my head just to do it. And that's pretty much why people really like to get on it, because they have those big DNMs.
100%.
That they love that feeling of opening up because they can't do it when they're sober. So.
Yeah. 100%. It's like the society norms where it's just like, all right, cool, I've got 3 lines of me now. I can be like, all right, cool, now the boys have... And also, the funny thing is, it's like, unconsciously, the guys are like, oh, cool, the environment that I'm in now, they are expecting me to open up.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's a big challenge for a lot of guys. Yeah, like most of guys, it's like they don't know what the evidence and the results are going to be when they start talking about how they feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you're a pussy. Nah, just fucking harden up, dude. Just get along with it. Yeah. Get on with it, dude. No, that's not the Tahi I know. Come on, man. Fucking, and it's just like, cool, thank you. Like, and yes, I understand that you're trying to like empower me to keep going. Cool. But if we consistently keep saying that to guys to be like, just toughen up, lacing up your boots and get after it.
Yeah.
That's what's going to keep fucking pushing us into the ground to the point where, yeah, we already know suicide rates have gone through the roof from this pandemic that's gone on, and everyone's been locked up inside and everything like that. And we're starting to see it in the NRL world. Like it's what matters truly to men is what the thought processes are when it's 11 o'clock at night, when everyone else is bed, your phone is on charge and you're sitting there struggling to go to sleep. Those thoughts that are going through your head, that there is the pain.
Yeah.
That right there is what we as a society need to face.
Yeah, big time.
Like, yeah, 100%. Like coke has been, and like all other drugs and drinking and everything like that. Like I remember I would have like 2-3 schooners of new and I'm like, oh, thank fuck.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't a point of being like, I wanted to, get drunk, or which I did, but that wasn't the main focus. It was like, all right, cool. I'm drunk now. Everyone else is going to be drunk.
Yeah.
They may not remember what I say in the morning, so I can say whatever I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big time.
And it's like, cool. That's fun. And it's going to be like fun for that time. But what happens when it's Tuesday night?
Well, then that's it. When you go home, that's when those thoughts come back. You think about it and you're like, fuck. And then that's what starts to get you. And then that's when all the anxiety kicks in and everything, you just like starts spiraling down. You're just like, that. This is shit. And then you feel good. Then it comes back around Thursday and you fucking do it again.
Yeah. And if your only support network is cocaine,
yeah,
it's going to be there for you Friday, Saturday, maybe Sunday. But if you're relying on that for every day of the week, you're not going to have a long, joyous life. I can tell you that. You might have a quick, joyous life, but it's not going to be long. It's not going to be long. So, yeah, that's the main tackle at the moment. Like, yeah, we can get onto that later. But that's the main piece about once you start to commit to yourself, you will start to see the results. Like, commitment's going to throw challenges at you, as you know. Yeah. Commitment's going to throw challenges at you. If you are committing to something and you're like, oh, fuck, that's a lot of money. Oh, what, you're going to stop? No. We know that financials can always be solved. Always. Yep. But if you're not committing to yourself, that is where the change is never going to succeed. You're never going to see...
Honestly, it's so crazy once you start committing to yourself on just the smallest, tiniest little things and what the exterior things around you start happening. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, because... actually, I won't start talking about the universe because probably the viewers will start turning off. But you get looked after. We'll just say that. Like it'll start to happen for you.
Yeah.
Because you're starting to show yourself that you're worthy of this. You're starting to show yourself that you're going to stop at nothing. And you're willing to face every piece of demon that's in there.
Yep.
Like, that's the power.
Yeah. Well, the next bit we got is going to set a challenge for the audience. We're going to make like a commitment. So until when this podcast comes out and the next one comes out, we're going to set up a commitment to themselves.
All right,
we're going to come up with something right now.
All right, Mr. Producer, what do we got? Come on, off the top of the dome. What do we got? Come on, and don't make it fucking. It could make it physical.
We'll do two. Here we go. We'll do every morning. I want you to wake up and I want you to have a cold shower. So 30 seconds. Just not has to be freezing cold, but just make it cold.
Cool.
So 30 seconds. Just stand in a cold shower and just embrace that feeling in that moment. Yep. When you get out, I want you to just journal, just write something down in your head. Whatever, it doesn't have to be, could be anything you want, whatever comes up in your head, just write it down and just start to see these things that pop up for you and to see what happens when you write something down and when it's not stuck in your head, it's on a bit of paper, and if there's something there that's really bothering you, it's not going to bother you here, it's going to be out here, so it's going to be away from you. So
nice. Fuck yeah. So quick recap. What's the 2 things that you wanted to do?
Ice, what to say? Cold shower.
Cold shower, yeah, for 30 seconds, yeah.
And then when you get out, get ready, get changed and stuff, just sit down and just write what your thoughts. Just write anything that's happening or whatever you really want to write down, just put it down on paper. Cool.
First thing in the morning.
Yep.
Cool. Fuck yeah. All right. Mr. Producer has implemented. That's the commitment piece. I love it. I love it. Fucking love it.
What else we got here?
Come on, sound interested. Come on, pep up. Come on.
So yeah, a bit of mental health stuff's been going on lately in the NRL.
Yep.
What's your thoughts?
I think NRL is once again a different type of beast. It's if they make one wrong move,
the world watches,
criticized the fuck out of. And like, yeah, of course, the reputation and the evidence from past years, yeah, it's going to be deserved, of course. But once again, if you continue it, it's just let's face it. Everyone, let's fucking face it. NRL players, they're going to do drugs.
Yeah.
They're going to get on the piss. They're going to carry on. Yeah, I've witnessed it firsthand operating a bar for...
Well, imagine what you would do. If I was paid $1 million at fucking age of 20, bro.
Mate.
I'd probably not be here, to be honest.
Pablo.
It'd be, yeah. That's the thing. And like, they're honestly just kids, to be honest.
Exactly. And if they don't have an environment or necessarily a structure that's going to keep them committed to themselves and implement certain strategies, like... I could guarantee if NRL, from what's happened with Paul Green, rest in peace, just goddamn soul, you lovely man. If they start to implement therapists, if they start to implement certain pieces, but it has to align to NRL.
Yeah.
Not just societal norms, but it has to align.
It has to be personalised for them. Like
exactly.
They all have a different life.
Yeah.
Way different life to us.
Yeah, and some players might not want to go sit in a therapist room one-on-one.
No, they will like to probably sit with the team, you know?
Yeah, sit with the team. Or they're like, actually, you know what? I feel like I don't want a therapist right now. But if it's being implemented and they're like, I don't want to do this. Whereas if they're doing group sessions that goes for once a week, once every couple of weeks, whatever it is, check-ins, do this, do that, cha-cha-cha, they may feel like, yeah, cool, this actually suits me a lot more.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's... fucking, I bleed out for Paul Green. I really liked him as a coach and what he did for the Cowboys, and that grand final between them and Brisbane when Thurston hit that. Oh man, what a fucking game that was. And it really does hurt, and it does. And I see this a lot from the work that I do is men suffering in silence, and it really hits me because, you know, this is the reason why I'm doing this is I want to change that.
Yeah,
I don't want to save men. But I want to guide men to a place where they're like, all right, cool. I am strong enough to be able to get over what's going on within my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it reaffirms to men that are going through this at the moment, where they're seeing such prolific figures that have a lot going on in their life. And I dare say Paul Green was making a substantial amount of money from what he's done. They're like, oh, well, he has everything that's going on for him and he has a successful life, but he still wanted to choose that way out.
Yeah.
I'm going to feel like, well, if I'm never going to get to that limit of life, so why do I feel like I should carry on? Yeah. So it's reaffirming that, that what they're going through is the only way out. And that fucking hurts.
Yeah.
It really does. Because, like, you know, I'm not going to say his name, but just before we got here, I was, you know, half an hour, 45 minutes late because I had a call with a past client that was looking to do the same. And it's like, it really fucking hurts that guys think, and anyone, not just guys and women, that think that is the only way out. And I get it. Like, fuck do I get it?
Yeah.
Like, when NRL is stating that, like, rest in peace, Paul Green, I don't know how he was in that mindset, da-da-da-da-da. I fucking get it. Like, when you have those thoughts, when you have everything like swimming around in your head and you're like, I'm done with this shit. Like, I get it. Like, I was fucking there. Like, 6 years ago, I was there.
Yeah.
And, like, I get it. I fucking get it. And it really pains me that men are not necessarily, they're not willing, yeah, that'd be the right word. Not willing to face it.
Yeah.
It's
well,
like,
it's just unknown to them.
yeah, exactly. It's like Polaris is going to be bigger than I've ever dreamt of, which is fucking amazing. And I know Polaris is going to change a lot of men's lives, which it already has. But I know what we do would change everything for the NRL. And I put my hand on my heart and say that I don't say claims like that fucking, nearly.
No, you don't.
That what we do would change the
Right.
NRL.
And that's what comes out of it. Only changed, well, is commitment. That's good.
Exactly. Yeah. And guys suffering in silence, I hear you. I fucking see you. I really fucking do. But don't let those thoughts control the outcome of your ending.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do not let those thoughts win. And if you are suffering in silence and you feel like no one else will know what's going on, here's an outlet for you right now.
Yep.
Yeah, right here, right now. Reach out to us, 100%. Reach out to Tahi. Reach out to me. Reach out to Keys. Reach out to anyone. Trust me. Trust me. We know. We fucking know what you're going through. And just a disclaimer, even if you do reach out like that and you feel like the only thing that you need is a message of being like, I need to get this off my chest, go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah? You don't just have to message us to work with us.
No.
That's the main thing. You don't just have to message us, be like, oh, cool. The only reason why I can message Jacob is because I want him to do work with me, which he can. Fucking great. Let's go. But our lines are always open.
Yeah.
Always open. And creating that understanding that you're like, oh, cool, someone else knows what this feels like. That there could literally fucking save someone's life. Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm not going to comment on Paul Green on how he was thinking or what he was going through or anything like that. That's not my place to say anything like that. But yeah, I just fucking, I know what we do would help insanely, fucking insanely. And it's just a different type of tackling and assessing what's going on within. It's just a different way of doing it.
Yeah.
And society isn't ready for it.
No.
Yeah. Like I can let you guys know when you come and work with me and do the shift and whatever, the reconnection or Kings, like it's not just like come off. That sounds mad. Come in and get stuff off your chest and then that's it. It's much more than that.
Well, look, I'm 6 months here and here I am. So
yeah, it's so much more than just coming in and getting stuff off your chest, which you do. There is segments there where you're like, all right, cool, let's check in, let's see what's going on. But the days of getting a guy into a room by himself and forcing him to talk. The days of getting guys into a room and talking by themselves when they don't want to are done. Yeah. You need to create an environment where guys are feeling like they're comfortable enough to do so. Yes. Like if you're implementing, let's say a female therapist with a male, they may not feel like they can express that they want to express. Yeah. If they feel like they're being forced into it just because everyone else is doing it, they won't express. We have to create an environment where they feel inclusive. Oh, Tahi's expressing at the moment. All right, I feel comfortable enough to do the same.
Yep.
There is so many ways for us to be able to do so. And yeah, it's frustrating. It does hurt a lot to see guys going through this. And yeah, like I said, if you feel like you are going through this, you feel like there's a lot going on for you, if you feel like there's stuff that you just aren't able to express or get off your chest,
write it down or reach out.
Write it down or reach out to us, because trust me, there's people here that know what's going on. And I will be able to give you things that will be able to change what's going on for you. I'm not going to sit here and say I can save you or take the pain away. I'm not saying that. But what I can say is that I can give you information, tools, and strategies to guide you to a place that's much better than what you're currently at, if you're feeling like you're there. So yeah, that's what I'll say.
Yeah, sweet. All right. Well,
is that all you got, Mr. Producer?
Yeah, I think we might end it with that.
Fuck yeah.
Good little thing. So let's wrap this up.
Fuck yeah. Thanks for tuning in.
First episode.
Yeah. This is
number one.
Technically number one. Yeah. Yep. If you haven't watched it already, watch the intro podcast. It was out last week.
Yep.
Make sure you following us on socials, Polaris Coaching on Instagram, Facebook, Tahi James, Instagram, Facebook. We'll get the TikTok. We're going to get the TikTok sorted.
Yeah, get that
and we're going to get that sorted. We'll get clips off here. Like I said, new camera angles incoming. That will be sorted.
Yep.
Thank you to the feedback for us being able to open up, which is kind of ironic what we were talking about, which is sick. And is there anything else I need to say? No, any type of streaming platform, make sure you are liking, following, everything like that. Give it a share. That helps more than you know. And we're going to be
Friday?
Yeah, Friday. Yeah, we'll probably. I can probably Friday at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock will be a good day for us to do this. And like I said last week, if there's any segments, any implementations you want us to do, go for it. We're a piece of putty at the moment. Mold us how you like. I think that's it, mate.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. All right, signing out.
Well,
peace, legends.
Be kind, be nice to each other, and see you next time.
Yeah, Short King, stay inside.
Yeah,
Talk to you next week.
Motherfuckers.